Welcome to MyCounselor.Online. I'm Cassie, and this is Asking for a Friend. That's where you submit your questions, and I track down one of our therapists to answer them. So today's question comes from Anne in Uganda, and her question is, will a broken heart be mended again? If yes, how? And today, to answer Anne's question, we have one of our therapists, Josh Spurlock. So Josh, thanks for being here, and thanks for answering Anne's question.
Well, first, let me say to Anne, I'm sorry you've got a broken heart. That's a hard thing in life, going to deal with loss of somebody that you care about, or a situation that just kind of leaves you in feeling discouraged, feeling hopeless, feeling unsure about the future. And I just want you to know that you are going to be able to get through this, that broken heart is an unpleasant thing to experience, but most people experience it at some juncture in the course of their lifetime, and we generally will get through that. And so the short answer to your question is yes, a broken heart can heal. And let's talk about how to go about doing that. There's a saying that is absolutely untrue, though it's very common, and that is time heals all wounds. And that's just not the case in that in fact, some wounds with time just fester and get worse. However, if you learn how to take care of your heart, how to grieve the loss that you've experienced, time passing will bring healing to that. And so the steps for that are what we call just a grief process. Grief process is about identifying the losses that are part of your situation. Sometimes that's very apparent in terms of maybe a person that no longer is in your life, or someone that no longer wants to be in your life. And so there's that loss of that individual. But there's also other losses that are a part of a loss like that. Loss of companionship, loss of somebody to do something with in your free time, a loss of that form of support, somebody to turn to and share what you've got going on a day-to-day basis, a loss of somebody to dream about the future with. And there's all these different losses that are a part of a broken heart. And so one of the common tools that we use in identifying losses and working through the pain of those is just letter writing. We call them grief letters. And we use a notepad and we use pen, and we write out letters to the person whom the grief is associated with. And we identify and wrap words around the things that we're feeling, all the different losses that are a part of that. And that's painful, and it's uncomfortable, and it's difficult to do. And generally we want to just avoid that, as we do with most things that hurt, right? If you get an injury on your arm, you don't want to touch it. You want to kind of cover it up and stay away from it, not explore it, not figure out what's going on there. And yet, if you don't, it won't heal. It'll just stay this sore, festering kind of spot in your heart. And so one simple tool that you can use to help identify the losses that are part of the heartbreak and to begin mending and healing in that is to do process journaling, grief letters, where you write letters. And these aren't ones that you're going to deliver to or give to the person, or even be able to give to the person if they're no longer alive or you no longer have them in your life. But instead, they're for you to be able to wrap words around and to sort through the mixed emotions that are part of your situation in a way that enable you to move through that grief and all the different mixed emotions that are part of that and make it through to the other side of that.
That sounds like a really powerful, helpful tool to process that grief that's happening due to that loss. So thank you for sharing that tool with us, Josh. Thank you for your time. And thank you, Anne, for submitting for your question. If you have a question, you could submit it on our Asking for a Friend page. And the answers, after I track down a therapist and get them to shoot a quick video, are going to post on our Asking for a Friend page and also in an upcoming edition of our weekly e-newsletter. So check for them there.